Before her retirement in 2010, Peggy L. Mott, Ph.D., dedicated more than 40 years to education and providing inspiration and guidance to students from all walks of life. Dr. Mott began her rewarding career as an instructor of ceramics at the Arts and Crafts Center within Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas in 1969. She was so effective within the job that by 1972, she was promoted to Director of Sales of the center. In the midst of this appointment, she decided to pursue an education at Southwest Texas State University, where she attained a Bachelor of Applied Arts and Sciences in 1980 and became an assistant instructor from 1980 to 1982. Her quest for higher learning did not end there, however, and she strengthened her skills in the classroom by obtaining a Master of Arts in Teaching from her alma mater in 1982. Dr. Mott also became certified as an instructor of ceramic arts by the National Ceramic Art Institute in 1986. From 1991 to 2010, Dr. Mott excelled as a sociology instructor at Palo Alto College, a subject she zeroed in on in college because she wanted to learn why people behaved in the ways that they did. While teaching, she completed her own education with a Doctor of Philosophy in Comparative Religions from Southwest Texas State University in 1995. Additionally, throughout the 1990s, she was extremely active as a volunteer coordinator at Fisher Houses, Incorporated, at Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas, and as a writer. Her book of poetry, Screaming Silences, was published in 1994. She also contributed poetry to numerous publications and co-authored a book of activities for use in social science college classes. Over the course of her career, Dr. Mott has accrued several accolades from her first place of work, the Lackland Air Force Base, San Antonio, Texas, where she served 5 times as Coordinator of Family Services Volunteers. Through her work at the base, she was named Volunteer of the Month 3 times between 1976 and 1978, Volunteer of the Quarter 4 times between 1976 and 1984, and Volunteer of the Year in 1980. She was also named Volunteer of the Year by Air Training Command, competing with 8 other volunteers in 1980. In addition, she's been featured in myriad Who's Who publications, including Who's Who in America, Who's Who in American Education, Who's Who in the World, and Who's Who of American Women. Once the Poet Laureate, President, and Vice President of the San Antonio Poets Association, Dr. Mott has been affiliated with numerous organizations, including the International Society of Poets, Clipper Ship Poets, San Antonio Ethnic Arts Society, and Alamo Area Poets of Texas. Looking back on her career, she is most proud of how frequently students at Palo Alto College would come to her and tell her that they were inspired to major in sociology as a result of her course. Married to her husband, J.D. Mott, from 1947 until his passing in 1988, she has 2 daughters, 5 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. In her retirement, Dr. Mott enjoys reading, writing, and working on needlecrafts.